Thank you very much, Mr. Minister Gordon, and thank you that I can speak before Doris. Let me be very brief as I have to catch a plane to Vienna. I only want to speak about 4 ingredients for successful negotiations. The first one is, of course, a clear reform strategy, and Croatia did very well on this. Of course, sometimes there are obstacles, sometimes people think legislation is enough, implementation is not so important, but finally it was made clear also by the Commission and the Parliament, implementation is important. Secondly, was mentioned the basic internal consensus, and I see so many colleagues and friends from the Sabor, from the Croatian Parliament, across the parties. They finally, on European issues, they said we want to go together, and that was very, very helpful and very successful. Thirdly, bilateral problems have to be solved, and as I always say, it was very courageous from your Prime Minister and Prime Minister Pahor to sit together, irrespective of people at home who say, you are a traitor, you give in, you can't do that. No, you did it, and finally it was accepted by both countries. That was very important. And then fourthly, the good cooperation between EU institutions, especially, of course, with the presidency, and Janusz Martoni mentioned it. There was very good cooperation on this issue, and we started to have cooperation with the Polish presidency, because, Gordon, as you said, it may be a deal done. As a parliamentarian, of course, I never can say that, but it's also a question of timing, and we hope that the Commission delivers the package as soon as possible in order to have the signature under the Polish presidency in December, because first we have to give our consent from the European Parliament. It's not, as was mentioned already, it's not a finished business. Not in Croatia, of course, but not in the region as a whole. And 2 elements are just to mention it, because I want to take up what Minister Mladenov said. In this week, I moved an amendment in the European Parliament concerning a resolution to the Council on the roadmap for visa liberalization for Kosovo. It was widely approved and supported by the European Parliament, and I think and I hope it will take up. Of course, conditions have to be fulfilled, of course. Secondly, on Serbia, we have to answer positively to what happened, the agreements between Kosovo and Serbia, but also on the cooperation with ICTY. It's not the end of the game, but at least we have to give some clear signal. For us in the European Parliament, for the vast majority, there is no alternative between Kosovo and Serbia. We want to have both in the EU. We want to accompany both on their way into the European Union, whatever the time frame is, but the principle must be clear. So, to the end, yes, we have a coalition for enlargement in the European Parliament, but the wind is blowing into our face, let's be honest, from some member countries, from some members. So it will be a much stronger fight. Therefore, the reforms and the activities in the region is very important to form that kind of joint coalition between forces in the region, in the European Union, not to stop enlargement, but to continue that process. Finally, Goran, I want to thank you personally, because it was always a very, very good cooperation, but also with the members of the Sabor, President Bebic and others, because only this kind of interlinkage, this critical accompanying of the process. You have been critical to me or to the Parliament, we've been critical to you, but we have been friends and we have been shown solidarity, and only that could bring forward, together, of course, with the Council and the Commission, the big success. And it's not only your success, it's a success for the region, because there have been discussions of formulating that you should be ready also to enhance and support the other countries in the region. It was always clear to me that you personally and your government and your politicians will always support your neighbors. You never will make problems and obstacles to your neighbors. Thank you very much for this cooperation.